All right, boys. This is a big and small, not Patriot Digest episode number 10. And we got a lot to talk about with the patch yesterday. We're gonna break it down. Thank you to our Instagram followers for interacting with us last night. That was pretty interesting, kind of funny. Get them up, boys. Dougie, Milk.
Good to see you guys.
It's
Depressing
empty.
day, very depressing day. And yes, thank you to our viewers and thank you to especially our real followers. Love you in Buffalo, baby. Love you. Love the interaction. Let's rock and roll all the rest of the way. It's going to get interesting. And one of our dear friends is one of my dear friends, and also good friends of Coach, and Doug knows him, avid Buffalo Bill fan. And he was killing me last night, killing me after
Was
we
he?
were rocking and rolling. So it's going to be an interesting stretch. Patriots are a must win next week. But anyway, we'll move on. We'll go from there.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, we had kind of like a false sense of security that you get used to them winning all the time, and then they come out to that first half, and you're like, wow, here we go again. We're rolling, and next thing you know, bam, nope. So I don't know. What you take?
My take in overall, embarrassing. Embarrassing. I mean, obviously a couple things, right? Losing in that game situation, losing Spillane and not having Milton Williams is they don't have the depth to him. Their linebackers playing, I didn't even know their name, and it's a situation where those are two tough guys to lose. Um,
It's a shame they
but
didn't do anything at the deadline, huh? $55 million in free cap space. But no, let's let it ride. Let it ride, Dougie. What do you
what's
think?
your take, Douglas?
Um, I, I'm kind of like all over the place. I'm really perplexed at obviously the second half, but seeing how it was going, that I guess Vrabel wasn't able to do anything to make any adjustments in the second half. Like in between like the third quarter, fourth quarter, like just get a team huddle, be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
They stopped blitzing. That was one thing that was going
And
on.
like you couldn't do anything, and it's like, and even today, like in any time he's asked about Josh McDaniels, he just like grazes over and just says, "Oh, the entire coaching staff," or anything like that. I don't think they get along.
Hmm. I don't agree with that. I saw him on the sideline. I don't think that's the case. I think that two pros know what they're doing. To Coach's point, they kept going in those big situations when you're exhausted. The second half was a disaster. It was a disaster on special teams. Got the whole second half changed on the opening kickoff by Buffalo and the stupid penalty. So now all of a sudden they're going, ooh, we're back in. It takes life out of you. Now you go give up a touchdown. Now the defense goes on, the offense goes on, and basically that series gets a 3-0. Okay, they get the ball back, go down and score again. Pages get the ball. Henderson goes first play of scrimmage, gone. Right? Basically
Yes,
And
that
defense
scenario
is
yeah,
because
your defense now, your
they had
defense is back
7 minutes.
on. Yeah,
They had 7 minutes of offensive possession in the second half on a
yeah.
depleted defense. They were gassed. And then they kept freaking and they kept sticking them in these stupid zones. Like after the penalty, the holding call, and it was third and whatever, 15 from the 15-yard line or so. It was like the Red Sea.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that with Josh Allen. Sell your freaking soul. Sell your soul. You're the new kids on the block. Let's go. You've got the corners to match up. Never mind that call on Davis is. I was listening to Felga say that just gets called. He is so full of shit. That call gets called in that situation almost zero. Go back to the end of the Cincinnati game and watch the last two pass plays in that game on the Patriots defense. Far more hand, contact than that. That was almost textbook defense, frankly. Maybe it's
He had his
mild.
hand on his hip. He had his hand on his
He
hip.
did. and
That
maybe
was
a
it.
mild tug to his hip, but then he also reached across and got
The
it. And
D.
frankly, the guy just freaking dropped the ball.
Yeah.
It was pathetic. And then to say that the offensive guy, caught that ball down at the 3-yard line when it was a pick on
Right.
the pass interference, they go, can't be
Yeah.
pass interference on a pick unless you
No.
like blocked him first. But if you're
Right.
both he turned his head slightly, both jump up for the ball. Hey, fair game. I mean, that back check, he is one of the worst referees in the history of the sport. And it's every time he gets involved. And look at
Well,
how few penalties in general were called against the Buffalo Bills.
Well, very
Lead the league in offensive holding calls.
yeah,
I
not a
think they,
single one
I
was
think they had
called
one,
yesterday.
right?
I don't even know if they had that.
I think they had one. They had the one holding call on Allen, that call back at the end. And then the Patriots choked it on 3rd and 15, and they still got the touchdown.
yeah, not
One
to
of
go back to the Davis call, that flag came from the stands like 30 seconds after the play was over.
it was crazy, crazy.
Yeah, it was terrible. But have you heard, and then on the play that they got the pick that they called the catch, Zolak, you know how I was losing my shit in the kitchen? Saying you cannot call interference there. You know, he made a play on the ball. He looked back, he caught the ball. That's not interference. You cannot call interference. Zolak was screaming the same thing on the radio. The exact same thing.
So here's my thing with it too. So if you know you're going to get these calls, why do you not just teach the quarterback underthrow the ball and just have the wide receiver run into the fucking D back and just do PIs all the way down the fucking field? Because
Yeah,
that's the way the game is now. Oh, you have to let him make a play at the fucking ball. All right, overthrow it by 5 yards, run into the D back, 15, 15, 15. See you later. Game over.
Not 15 spots fouls. They're not 15. They're all spot fouls. That's the thing. I wish it was like college.
but
Those
the
Um,
are,
Davis one was different. That is he even slipped. That is you can't teach defense better than that as a D-back if you are going to be able to have a football game. And it's unacceptable. I mean, hey, I give Buffalo a ton of credit, and I give their coaches shockingly credit because the coaching staff's terrible. But they stuck to the run, though they were down 21. Wore the Pats down, beat them up. Cook had a great game. Obviously, Josh Allen went bananas in the second half. So I give the Bills a lot of credit for what they did. But that's did you see that's like the worst? I think it was the largest lead in Patriot history blown since 1978.
wow.
Yeah.
It was
what
20,
was it?
21
20,
points.
24, 24-7, 28-7,
No, it was 21-0.
It was 21-0. Yeah.
24-7 and a half.
Right.
Right.
Which that
Um,
was good. I mean, they came back there and then they were kicking. Well, that's what I was saying to coach. Like that touchdown late was a problem when we were watching the game. And they did a nice job to get that field goal. They didn't give them any time. They didn't put the defense back in the field. They're in good shape. Then you give up that kick return.
Right.
I mean, what would happen? I don't
Well,
remember. I don't remember them giving up a kick return all year so far.
they gave one up earlier in the game too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They were terrible all day.
yeah,
Right.
that guy had 164 yards in kick returns.
Yeah, killed them.
That's
He
a lot.
averaged 41 yards.
Yeah, if you take Henderson off the field in the second half, he was basically the Patriots' only offense. McDaniels threw up in the second half again. Had a good play.
He threw up. May was also missing throws. You guys realize that?
Yeah, definitely. But
I don't know if it was missing or were they on
Just
different pages?
miscommunicating. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Mac Hollins on one play went right, Drake threw left. Like
Yeah.
just
well,
like
like we
weird
were
shit.
talking, yeah, but we were like talking like earlier, Buffalo. 3 massive pick plays. They get it. Patriots didn't run one pick play the
Yeah.
entire second half. You don't have a play designed for Diggs coming across the field, get May a little out of the pocket instead of just sitting in the gun, and then just read and react, and the line's mediocre. It just was mind blowing. The kid can run like a deer. You just watched it all first half. Why is he not on counter boot? Why is he not rolling out? I just don't
Right.
get it. Why are they not pop passing? Get when you're running the football too. Not one just get under center, little nice pop pass, hit the tight end down the seam.
Right.
Didn't use the tight ends really well at all.
Nope.
Didn't there was just nothing innovative, nothing after in the second half. It's like McDaniels just froze.
And I
Froze.
think, I think,
And we've
Dougie,
seen that in his history, that's for sure.
I think that's what Vrabel. I mean, because Vrabel was on the team when McDaniels was doing this in the past with Brady and those offenses. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's the issue, Dougie. I really do. I mean, I think he respects the guy. You know, I think Josh McDaniels a hell of a coordinator, but I think Vrabel knows or has an issue with. I mean, let's face it. He freezes. He loses his head. He doesn't make the right calls at the right time, and I think Vrabel knows it. I think that's why he avoids it.
Well,
That's my
I
gut.
don't know if you guys listen to EEI in the morning. I don't think you do, but Vrabel comes on obviously every Monday or whatnot. And he kind of made a comment like, how many, double pass plays are we gonna run for 13 yards? Like, it's fun and everything, but enough is enough.
Yeah, I mean, in that
Oh, I
play
didn't hear
too.
that. I
You
didn't
know,
hear
on
that.
that
That is
play, they had I think it was
Diggs going deep.
might have been Diggs deep, and
Yeah,
he just didn't give it the time to
wasn't
let him
enough
get a
time.
little more open. But
No, but
and he went underneath.
he did stuff in the first half. It was good. The first touchdown. Finally, we've talked about it. An
Yeah,
RPO. He walks in, waltzes in.
from
He's done
nine
it
yards
twice
out.
all freaking year down on the goal line. Then they don't run it again all second half.
I know.
You
Well,
can run the RPO at the 50 when you've got Henderson and bludgeoning you and both the backs killing them. That's when RPO is basically unstoppable in the National Football League with a talent guy as fast as May. And you saw how fast he is on that Henderson touchdown. I mean,
yeah,
he freaking flies. Crazy.
yeah, that was
And I
impressive.
just don't get it. Keep it simple, stupid. And you can also off the RPO throw. I mean, I just don't get it. Just sit there in the gun, have video. I told you just before the game, coach. Buffalo, shockingly, can't stop the run. They were the second best rated pass defense in the NFL
Hmm.
going
Oh,
into the game last night, believe it or not.
Hmm.
I was shocked by that stat. And the
I
fact of the
mean,
matter is, that's what happened. And then you let them dictate the game instead of playing off the run game and then create your pass game and put way more pressure on them. And that's all that happened with Buffalo. That's what Buffalo did to New England. Started gashing them. Then Allen could run the ball. And they opened up those lanes when they went to the stupid zone crap with the two frees and cover two. Worst defense in freaking professional football cover.
Um,
but the Pats had like a lot of rush yards, but obviously that was heavily skewed on some long runs, right? A couple long runs, but they had a lot of they had a lot of yards too, right? I mean, May
Oh, they
had
did. That's why I think it was good. But they
yeah,
didn't. What I'm saying is, in the second half, Henderson popped it. But when they kept just throwing, they didn't play their pass game off the run game. It was
right.
obvious they were basically going to run or they were going to pass. There was no deception in that. Helping your offensive line out, baiting the linebackers, get your tight ends more involved, run some pick plays. They didn't run one slip screen again. Blows me away. I mean, why is Pop Douglas on the team? He should get at least two slip screens every single game.
Well, not only that, but
he didn't even get a target.
It's ridiculous.
did Booty play in the second half? Because I didn't see much of him either. I saw Williams in there a lot in the second half.
I think Booty got dinged.
That's what I'm saying. I think he did. I didn't hear anything today about it, but he had that one catch, and then I didn't hear a thing.
Speaking of booty, how about the catch down the sideline that wasn't a catch?
Tweener.
Not his fault.
Well, so no, I'm not saying that his fault, but like my thing was caught it, obviously saw the replay, rush up to the line, refs spot the ball, allowed them to snap it, boom, okay, whatever. The one to Cooks, however, on the very next possession for Buffalo, he bobbles it, they call it a catch. Buffalo's trying to rush it to the line. The refs are over there picking fucking daisies. They're doing this. They're like, replay assistant said it's not a catch. I'm like, where the fuck was that on the booty fucking catch?
Right.
Right.
It was odd.
Yeah,
I agree.
it was. I mean, I got to say, both sides. It was a really bad, poorly. I mean, the referees in the NFL. It's just it's another dimension, you know. And when I say it's fixed, like it just seems like when there is a play that's going to make a difference in the outcome of the game, the referees become involved way more than they should. And you know, I don't know how it's fixed. I don't know if it's fixed one way or the other, but they definitely are involved too much in the outcome of the game. And that, to me, is the definition of fixed.
Well, like we were talking watching the game, is like you were saying, you said it, I think, first. You said, good. I'm glad they're just letting him play.
Yeah, in the beginning, yeah,
You know, I'm like, yeah. But then it happens every time. It's like they're letting him play. And then all of a sudden someone gets in their ear and says, you gotta call something. You
yeah,
know, it's like ridiculous. There's no doubt that happens. You can't tell me that doesn't. You know, that doesn't have like the NHL in general, like you watch that, it's like when they're just gonna let him play, that staff, that crew has said, we're going into this game. It better be a really no-brainer penalty, but we're letting the boys play tonight. No
yeah.
ticky-tack shit. The NFL all of a sudden goes from, yep, let's just let them play. Awesome, good football game, no controversy, to then making calls. So, like, Felder was talking today about the Davis foul, right? That, oh, it's how you. He goes, I wish that wasn't a penalty, but it is, and it always gets called. I'm like, no, it does always get called. But the point then he said, well, you have to understand, he has to make that call because his boss is telling him to make that call. If he doesn't make that call, then he's going to get fired. If he does not make that call, not one person on earth is even discussing it.
Oh,
Not one.
Buffalo. I think the Buffalo fans would
No,
have
they
thought it was.
wouldn't have. At the end of the day, you would have looked embarrassing. It was ridiculous.
No, but
Ridiculous.
what's worse about it is in that game, the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, half of the first, the first half of the fourth quarter, that's not a penalty. Guaranteed, that's not a penalty in
No,
those
that's what I'm
situations.
saying. We were talking about it, said, how can the Buffalo, the most penalized offensive line in football, had not had one holding call in the entire first half?
I
It's
know.
it's physically impossible. That stuff doesn't happen. There's reason why there's stats. They all of a sudden go, "Ooh, we know how to block." No, they stink. That's why Allen's been getting his ass kicked.
True.
And it's like it's just and that's the stuff you should kind of know going in as a referee crew, as far as tendencies. But it was mind numbing. But we say this about every game I watch in the NFL. The refs were a problem. Every
Terrible.
single game. It
Did
destroys
you
it.
see the Rams game?
No.
I
The guy
watched.
was down at like the 2 yard line. And he called it a touchdown.
Oh,
Well, I'm okay with that because, and they should do that more often. Every score is reviewable. So if you call it a touchdown and they review it, they're like, yeah, no, it wasn't even close. So you fix it. Like, I think it was Cook yesterday. Yeah,
No,
it was Cook.
down at the 2 yard line, they called it a touchdown. The touchdown held up.
no
Oh,
way. Really?
they didn't. They reviewed it and said it was okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can like find a clip of it and
That's
send
a
it to you
problem.
guys. Fucking banana land.
That's a problem.
Jesus. People must be going bananas over that. Wow,
Like,
crazy though. The injuries yesterday. Oh, in the NFL, imagine.
yeah.
Mahomes out for the year. Micah Parsons out for the year.
Yeah. Sad. Burrow, I think's packed it in.
But they named him. He's gonna start the remainder of the 3 games.
Burrow is.
Yep.
No, I think he's packed it in career wise. I think he's gonna retire.
I don't think he's gonna retire. Oddly enough, I think he hates the fucking cold.
So you think he's gonna go to Miami?
I mean, I don't. I just think he hates the fucking cold. I mean, go be a dome team guy. Go play
Well,
south
I
of
think
the
he
fucking
said.
Mason
I think
Dixon.
he's just disenchanted with what the organization's done around him since he got to a Super Bowl. Besides the two receivers, and he's been hurt. It's tough coming back. It's a grind. But I don't know. Maybe you're right, Doug. He could be a good fit in Miami, boy. LSU and him. Go to New Orleans. Get back to the LSU, little Baton Rouge.
I'm saying Miami,
New
go play at go play in
Orleans is
Arizona.
perfect for him. They don't have a quarterback.
They got that
New
Shuck
Orleans?
kid. They like that
They
kid
got
Shuck.
they got
Oh,
Spencer
please.
Rattler.
Yeah, you're not winning anything with them.
Um, maybe
I got to tell you,
I just
Dougie,
think I'm just intrigued by Sunday night now because that Baltimore team's starting to play pretty good. They could be a problem.
do
If
they still
those
have
guys aren't
a
healthy,
chance?
if Williams isn't back and Spillane's not back, Derrick Henry might run for like 2,000 yards in the
Do they have a chance still?
game.
Buffalo? I mean, Baltimore?
Okay, just get the dog.
uh,
Get out of it.
standings. Um, they're
I think
in second in the AFC North,
what's their record?
7-7. Pittsburgh plays tonight against Miami.
Big
And
game
they're
for
what?
Pittsburgh.
Big game for Miami. I told you they were going to make a little run.
So if Baltimore wins, they go to first place in the AFC North.
Yeah,
You mean if Miami wins
but they're a good. They're a
No,
good. They're but that and that game's in Baltimore, right?
next week? Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. A lot of pressure on the club. Failing it a little
Yeah.
bit. Should have had the division wrapped up. No pressure. Could lose down there, no
Mm.
problem. Win the final two. Get a top two seed, maybe the number one.
How about Dallas shit in the bed last night?
I know. Terrible.
Like you play such good football, then you just lay an egg to JJ McCarthy.
At home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing. Like, that's, that's a major shift time. They should hire a goddamn GM. I mean, the guy's 100.
The NFL. The NFL, the product's so pathetic. It's just amazing. The coaching
It's
is so bad.
pathetic,
When you have
but
to have Philip Rivers start a professional football game, it's an indictment on it. An absolute indictment. Imagine it'd be like freaking Roger Clemens. No, he's not even Roger Clemens. It would be like who's like a mediocre. It would have been like Oil Can Boyd having to come back and make a freaking start 5 years out of baseball and go on the mound and start a game. I mean, it's complete insanity. How the coaches cannot develop talent, cannot develop it. It's just pathetic. Philip Rivers. He's starting next week, I guess.
well,
Yes.
they damn near won.
And they were two Dutchtown dogs.
Yeah, in Seattle.
Can you imagine if he won the game?
Can you imagine what he feels like today?
But it just shows you, even Seattle. Talk about pulling a no-show.
I
Complete
know.
no-show.
I thought I had them like they're the best team in the NFC, by far, if not the best team in the league. But I tell you what, there is no clear favorite, which
Denver
is
did a good
cool.
job. Denver did a good job again. Got to give them credit.
Yeah, I mean Green Bay kind of, and that didn't make sense either. Green Bay went into Denver like the Pats. I think they were 1.5 or 2.5 point favorites, which makes no sense at all. And they were up two scores and they kind of choked it. Kind of
Yeah,
similar to the Pats. Yeah, I mean the Denver's defense is ridiculous. They're good. They're good. When they
good.
clamp it down, you got nothing. Green Bay was outgunned
And
on
they're
that day.
well coached offensively, as we know. They're going to be a problem.
Bo Nix, I told you. I know talent. Like, can we recognize that I know talent?
Yeah, but he's a program. He's a program quarterback. It's perfect. You put him on half the teams in the NFL, they'd be getting his head kicked in right now. Well, he's blessed where he's at, and he's got the ability to run that type of offense. It's nice. It's like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy stinks. What do you think is going to happen with freaking Mac Jones? They're talking about they're going to be trading him for like a 2 or a 3 to be a starting quarterback somewhere.
I know. Well, I mean, he's better than most of the starting quarterbacks, right?
I
Would you rather
guess,
have
or
him
is it
or
a function
Geno
of the system?
Smith? Would you have that?
Uh,
Rather have him or Geno Smith? Would you rather have him or Jackson Dart? I know who Dougie wants.
oh, there it was.
Darn.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I
What do you
still
say?
blame the loss. I'm going to blame yesterday's loss on Jimmy Weiler, but we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, I mean, we got an 8:20 game coming up this week. Think he's
It's
going to
going to
be
be the
there for that
worst
one?
slot, the worst slot possible.
I know.
Sunday at 8:20. Can't be any worse.
How great would have been if it was 4:25? That would have been perfect.
Totally. Would have been great. But they had yeah. So anyway, we'll just have to suck it up, take it easy Sunday, get some stuff done, get some chores done, get ready to watch the 4:30 game somewhere and flow into maybe the bees or something on or on.
Um, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. I was gonna say, oh, if the Pats win one game, they win the division. They just need like their magic number is one. Is that true, Dougie? Because if
Yeah.
they beat Buffalo yesterday, they would have won the division. So it must be.
No,
Right.
no, because
Yeah, no, because then
no, the reason why with that was because Butler would have knocked them out of it because they would have won the head to head even if they went because now Buffalo has 4 losses, right?
yes.
Patriots have 3. So if the Patriots lose, Buffalo wins, they're tied. In head to head, they're tied now.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah,
no,
because
that's why that was a devastating loss.
Pats are 6-3 in the conference, and the Bills are 7-3 in the conference.
Mhm. I'm
So you
saying,
still play the Jets, and you still play
Miami
Miami, and the Bills play
and Baltimore. The conference is all the whole AFC.
Browns, Eagles, and Jets.
that's what I'm saying is if Buffalo wins out and the Pats lose one, I'm not exactly sure who wins the division. There's got to
Buffalo,
be a different tiebreaker.
Buffalo,
Why?
because they got a better conference record.
Well, we'll have to see at the end of the day if they still have a
Well,
better
you said
conference.
they were going to win out if they win out.
Yeah, but
If the
they have aren't the Patriots everybody in the they're playing everybody in the conference?
every team the Pats play are in the conference, they have three losses already. Buffalo plays if they win out, they only have three losses. So the Pats lose a game, they'll have a worse conference record.
Yeah, so that's good. That's a good point. So they'll end up losing, and then that's it. That's why that game was a tough one. That's why
Yeah,
Sunday night's gigantic.
it is. Well, I
Well,
mean, it's
the Bills can lose the Eagles game, right? Because the Eagles are in the NFC.
right,
Yeah,
but I mean,
So
the
Pats have
Pat,
3 conference games left, and Bills only have 2.
right?
well, the Bills aren't losing to Cleveland or the Jets.
No,
So the difference is you can still though they would need for the Patriots. Let's say they lose next to Baltimore, they win out, and then you need Buffalo to win, then lose to Philly, and then the Patriots win the division.
yeah, I mean, and that Philly game is going to be important to Philly, not for the division, but for seeding.
100%. That's going to be a big game. So that's why I'm saying the Pats got a shot, even if they lose, but they're going to need help. But if they win, it's over, in my opinion.
So if you play it out and the Pats get the 2 seed, right? Um,
And that is Philly at Buffalo
right. But if the Pats get the two
on
seed,
December 28th. It's gonna be a blizzard.
Houston would play. Houston's a team I don't like. If
They're
we could
tough.
somehow get, if we could somehow get Houston to play Denver at Denver in that second round game, that would be that would be good because I like them.
Yeah, I think the Pats going to have some problems. They have some problems with that Houston pass rush, I'll tell you. Yikes.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, it's you know what? It's over. So I'm gonna put on the caption. Great season. Pats got no chance. Last week I put in Pats are the best team in the league. Now I'm gonna say Pats have no chance.
no, I think they show some character. I like I said last night, you never want to lose, but I think they were kind of due for a loss. Would have been nice if that wasn't the one, and they kind of lost to Baltimore. But could give the whole staff, it could be a lot of people a little wake up call, look at what they were at, get some guys healthier. And, another battle test game on the road. It's good for the kid. It's good for the whole team. Get some more
Yeah.
experience in those environments and then see what happens. Like I said, I mean, they still should have won the game yesterday. I mean, come on. At
Right.
the
Like
end of the day,
I'm
Buffalo
okay if
won
it's
that
like
game on a freaking
exactly.
absolutely horrible, horrible call. And it took McDaniels to completely throw up.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't.
And special teams to completely fall apart,
Terrible specialty. Won
I
which
that.
isn't
I
going to
ju-
happen every week.
But
I
I'm
just
just
don't
saying, like, they could have
understand.
won the game very easily. It's not like we're like, yes, but they didn't get blown out. They had the ball to win it, the last possession of the game.
Yeah. You
Disappointing
hear,
what they did, but
and did
I
you
ju-
hear the people on the radio talking about, wow, that was a dread, that was his moment, and blah blah blah.
yeah.
So, though, I think the ship sailed on the MVP talk for sure.
Matt Stafford, I think, was already
Yeah,
his
he
stats
was.
are
He had
better.
the
He's
inside track.
that Stafford's thrown for like 15 more touchdowns. He has less
Yeah, no,
picks.
it's not even close. He's got a hell of a
Um,
team though. But
I just don't understand how at and obviously I'm not a professional player. I'm not in a locker room. I don't know. How is it so difficult with having the knowledge of the game these guys do and everything? How is it so difficult for them to make in-game adjustments? It's like
Oh,
this is our game plan. We're sticking to it. Shitty play calling. Like, okay, one or two series. All right, like, hey, let's switch it up. Let's do something different. Every time they pan to the sidelines, they're sticking their heads in the fucking iPads. They're doing this, but like nothing fucking changes.
that was a disappointing part of yesterday. I agree, but in general, the Pats this year basically they've given up a touchdown drive almost every first drive of every game,
Right.
almost, and they've played much better defense in the second half. That's why I felt pretty good going into that second half um, when they got that field goal because I'm like, they've always played better so far this year. They've played better in the second half, and the offense hasn't, and he still didn't do it yesterday.
right.
Um, but the defense just complete. It was just an epic disaster. It was just a comedy of errors with everything that came in between the specials, what the defense didn't adjust to, right, Doug? I agree with you. And that the offense couldn't freaking run and have more than a one play drive.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
there was nothing that the second half. I think it was Pat's got the ball. Pat's got the ball back with like 2 minutes, a touch over 2 minutes,
yeah.
and everybody still
Yeah,
had all their timeouts. And I'm like, not a single timeout has been called in the second half. Fuck is going
yeah,
on here?
yeah.
Like I said,
But
no Vrabel just calling a timeout, just having a huddle. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what am I watching right here?
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's a good learning experience for everybody.
Because
Um,
he was saying too in the EEI interview this morning, he's like, I have to be better with like if I want a certain like personnel package, I have to be quicker. Like I have to say the personnel package before they're spotting the ball, or else it's like too late. Then there's too much confusion, guys running like on and off the field. So he's like, so I have to be better in that aspect. Where he's like, hey, we should go, big here, run, two tight ends. It's like as soon as that play's over, he needs to be on there like Josh, get two tight ends in there and run it that way.
yeah, so you
Yeah.
think he's involved with the offense like that?
He said he was.
That's kind of good. I like that. I
No,
like
it was
that.
just too stagnant. It was too stale second half offense.
And we've
And it's
seen it. I mean, how often have we seen it with him over the years?
it
I
was a
mean,
stale.
I remember being in your backyard in your kitchen.
Yeah, it's like I said.
McDaniels. We've been doing it for years.
Yeah, and when you're exhausted, defense, it's like run some really, you gotta get zone man up. Stop putting linebackers on the tight ends who freaking
Yeah,
killed you. Just go put your nickel corners in, cover those guys. Put freaking Gonzalez on Kincaid on Knox, whatever. But in general, you handle on the outside. Have some exotic blitz packages. Run blitz, run blitz, run blitz. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd rather be there went man to man across the board every single play and brought the family. I would have been thrilled with that. You know why? Because they wouldn't have chewed you up and you would have got the ball back quicker if they did
Yeah,
hit one. But no one was
Cook.
going over the top beating Gonzalez. No chance.
How
I
many
know
first down runs did Cook get 7 yards?
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, you almost, and
They just
I know
let
it's
them.
bad to say, but you almost wish Henderson didn't break the one play for 65 yards off.
Right.
You almost wish it was for like
100%.
30 and they chewed up a little bit more clock.
No,
Yeah.
they needed to. True, no doubt. But they needed to score on that drive. They weren't.
Yeah.
No, my whole thing is all I'm just saying is sell out, help your defensive line out. Barmore didn't look great yesterday. He's probably a little bit dinged up. Just sell out to run, sell out to Allen. And hey, if you get beat on a deep ball, you get beat in the deep ball. Big deal. At least you get the ball back. But
Right.
to let them just boom, 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 and then give it right back to them and boom, boom, they were done. They were cooked. That last drive, those poor guys, it was like they had nobody. Nobody.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
do you think we'll see much the same with Henry and Lamar on Sunday night?
I think
Yeah,
you'll
I'm
see an
horrified.
attempt at it. That's for sure.
So I said if Mickey Spillane's not back, my boy Mickey, and I don't know what Milton Williams is. He's got to be close.
Hopefully. I mean,
Uh,
Spillane was active. He just didn't play, which is it's a little fishy. You know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to do that. You know,
I guess
because
they said that supposedly Vrabel, I said that he didn't like some stuff he saw out of how he was moving around in pregame.
oh,
So he hooked it and said, "We'll keep you activated. We have to, and if it's an emergency, maybe we'll use you." But again, I'd rather have them not at this point. Like get those guys all healthy. I
absolutely,
need them healthy. Landry looked better, I thought. I still think there's some pretty good pieces there. It's just I think how they were used last night was just not the right way considering what they had for depth and what was happening to them by the opposition. Don't whenever you just sit there and want to hang on, when you want to hang on, it's like I always talk about when the Bruins like towards the end of periods, it's like pack it in. Then Sturm doesn't do that as much. He
no,
likes to stay aggressive. I really like him for that. But over the years, watch the Bruins. How many end of first period, end of second period, 30 seconds left in the period of goal? They're packing it in, packing it in. You're playing afraid. It's
dump and
like
chase,
stupid. Be aggressive. You're the aggressor. You're in charge. You're at home. You're the kids. You're
right?
knocking off the old guys. Go get them. Pressure,
I
pressure,
agree.
pressure. It's a no-brainer.
So who's the best team in the NFL right now?
Gotta be the Rams.
I agree.
Denver, I mean, Denver's record. But
Denver,
But
man.
Knicks doesn't get any of the love. They're like, oh, all he does is dink and dunk. He's fucking 12-2. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good teams. There's going to be a lot of it's top heavy, but some of those teams, I think anybody can beat anybody any given Sunday. When we get to that playoff, to be honest,
Look at
I like that Houston defense. How about Caleb Williams? I
I was
mean,
just gonna say, I was like, the Bears are playing some ball right now.
they really are. I mean, you've got Jacksonville's playing pretty well.
yeah,
They've been a real roller coaster team. They've had a couple bad losses and then a couple really good wins.
they rolled
Exactly.
yesterday.
But they've been wrong. Who won our game, coach, by the way? I didn't even look.
I have three guys still.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm down like 8 points. So
no, it's over. After the biggest choke fest, I started Joe Burrow over Caleb
Trevor
Williams
Lawrence,
and
Trevor
Trevor
Lawrence,
Lawrence. I know.
Trevor
Uh,
Lawrence had 44 points yesterday in fantasy, Dougie, on Ricky's bench.
Yeah, he had like 5 touchdowns, right?
I know. Six, I think. I think he had six total touchdowns. Yeah. So that'd be good. I got it. And James is beating Norris. That's a nip and tuck situation. And all Norris has left is his kicker, I think. And he's James is up by like 8 points. So that's gonna be interesting. I'd love to see Norris get knocked off. He's
me
tough. The
too.
guy's tough. All right, you want to wrap this up? This was good. This was a good rehash. I mean, I'd put this up against Felger and Maz any day. Any day.
Oh
Better
yeah.
info, more passion, talking about, you know what I'm going to do? But have Kaylee help me out, cut something out of this and put another reel out there with the link. Say, check it out, Buffalo fans. It's still
I know
going nuts. Like, what was it, 2,800 and something, Dougie, when we got on?
28, yeah, 28, like 2876 or something. 2860.
29.32 right now. It's
There
just,
you
it's
go.
just chugging away.
Not Patriots related, but you guys spoke about it in the other. I did see is it BU? Their arena.
No, Northeastern.
No, Northeast.
Northeastern, they went on to the kind of the final skate around the ice and everything.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good. Although
See,
it's talk about like I don't know, like 2 years until they're back to whatever arena they build, but they're gonna be all over the place,
yeah.
which is kind of
I
crazy.
hope
Imagine,
they I
imagine
hope they
being a
have a
recruit.
I hope they have a plan to do something like keep keep a row of seats from like the old stadium and put them in the new arena, or the amount of like retired numbers, like have that many seats from the old arena and put it in the new arena, something like that.
Send somebody an email, Dougie. That's a good idea. Um,
They'll do some great stuff over there. It's gonna be crazy. It's the
that was
oldest
Yeah,
the
rink.
original
It's the first
original
rink in the
rink
country, I think.
in the country. I know it was the original one in Boston.
Yeah,
That's
I
where the
believe
Bruins
it's the
played.
country.
That's where the Bruins played.
so
Yeah.
I wonder what made them make the decision.
It's 100 years old. It's time to replace it.
Just
So is
infrastructure.
Fenway.
True.
Yeah, but it's
Very
a
true.
different type of infrastructure because it's indoors and what they can do there for suites and all that stuff. It's all like if you ever went, you've probably never been in, but if you went to the Aganis now where BU plays, it's literally like walking in a mini Boston Garden. You
Okay.
know, there's all luxury suites going around. It's just not as big a capacity where your concession stands are. Northeastern put a lot of money in that rink about 20 years ago, I want to say now, but like Northeastern, that rink was like nothing. They didn't even have like a hospitality room. I know the guy, he since sadly passed. He grew up to be in Melrose. Awesome dude. He actually brought me over with the in unveiling of it. And he led a huge fundraiser on to upgrade the Northeastern race. Northeastern was like kind of a okay program, and they've grown leaps and bounds now. You go back, they had the lowest amount of Beanpot wins in the history of the Beanpot. Now, they're a perennial power. And they did a lot of nice upgrades. Like they didn't have like concession stands. They literally had like a little thing pulled out with like a keg.
Like a
Yeah.
guy with a hot dog card.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was like. And then they put this nice, like at least they could do for the boosters and the season ticket holders, those spaces you go in between periods and have food and have a beer, whatever.
Okay.
But it was just time. They to compete. Um, they need to bring that because it's just the ranks in Hockey East and around the country now. Like coach was now Steven Sacred Heart. I mean, it's like crazy.
Oh, that place is
And
nuts.
for them to compete, UConn's ranks gorgeous. You've got obviously BU.
Doesn't BC have a nice house?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Conti Forum. That's one of the that was probably the newest, oldest now. It's how funny how time goes.
Yeah, but they
But
built that after the Flutie era.
right, it's been there a long time.
The
But
house that
And
Flutie built.
for
even that's going to be interesting for them because they do have the setup with the suites, but it's different. They don't have them like around the whole rink.
Right.
They have like
Well, because it's built into the football field.
right,
So
exactly.
they're limited with the space.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
yeah,
cool setup when you go over.
it's a weird but cool setup. I went to one game there because friend of the program, Nick Coit, when he was at Emerson, was the drum major for the BC band since Emerson did not have a band. And
Oh,
he
wow.
invited me up to go watch a BC hockey game that he was drum majoring.
I don't even know what a drum
Interesting.
major is, but
Like the leader of the band. The guy who
oh,
stands up and
all
kind
right.
of conducts. Yeah.
Conductor, the conductor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see Cody
Auburn's
doing
going to be
that.
the next one. I think they'll probably put a new rink in.
Yeah, that ring's pretty tired.
That's higher. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, fellas.
Um,
Yeah, it's another good one.
Yep, another good one, another one of the books. Sad note. Obviously thoughts and prayers with Brown
Yeah, it was
University.
terrible. They still don't have the guy. You know that? They don't have him.
Yeah, they which I heard it on EEI this morning. It was like, oh, they had a suspect.
Right.
They found him in a hotel room. He had guns, but it's not the guy.
It's just a different
Yeah, it's
guy.
just a different guy who had a bunch of guns in a hotel room.
Jesus.
So I heard about it. I saw it. My first call was obviously to Nick because he does a bunch of the color play stuff for like Brown basketball. So I wanted to make
Right.
sure he wasn't on campus or anything. He wasn't. He was, far away. So, but still, tragic event.
Horrible.
Everyday
Horrible.
occurrence in our pathetic society now, Doug. Everyday
Yeah.
occurrence.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yes.
What did
Unfortunately,
by the way, what happened with Rob? What was the deal with the Rob Reiner thing?
His kid murdered both of them.
It was their kid?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old was the guy? Was he have mental issues or something?
The kid, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was just curious. Did you hear
Yeah, I
any
don't
of that?
know.
I have to look that up.
I didn't know what happened until just earlier. I was coming back from picking up some things at the supermarket, and I heard on the radio that it was his son. It was his son killed both of them, but I don't know
Wow.
what the deal was.
Well,
That's
that's pretty
insane.
tragic too. Well, he was a
Yeah,
unbelievable career they had, especially
yeah,
him.
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to bring us down, Doug. Appreciate it. Let's
Yep,
go.
yep.
Maybe we can talk weather today too. Minus 50 wind chill
Oh,
factor this morning.
a little chilly out there.
Yeah, I had to drive all the way to the Cape, get down the Cape, left here at 7:45, freezing. Get to the Cape. Office has like no heat,
oh,
freezing. My tour doesn't even show up.
oh,
I'm
Jesus
back to
Christ.
Plymouth at like 10:30, pissed. Decide to go to bed for an hour and get up
Go
and
to bed for an hour.
right to the medical office.
Oh, Jesus. All right,
So,
boys. Podcast gold as usual.
all right, welcome to our millions of viewers. Watch that real Buffalo. Love you.
Take care.